Well, welcome to my presentation about the advice report. The last couple of months been busy with the report, and last week I made like the actual report. Well, this is the content of my presentation. I will first tell a little bit more about the introduction, so why it's not necessary to improve. Then I will show you how I did my research, and after that I will go to the internal analysis, and then external analysis, SWOT analysis, strategy and implementation. Well, why is it urgent to improve? Well, you already said it during a meeting, but you experienced some chaotic within the company, so that's one part of it. And you already said that the efficiency of the company could improve, but that's why we want to improve. So what did I do to find answers on the questions of how can we improve? So first of all, I create a statement, a problem statement, which is broad shape, faces some difficulties on the efficiency level of the company. They experience chaos, no structure and a wrong division of labor. These factors influence the optimal performance. Of course, this is a bit of extra ceremony. The research question of my research was, how can Rotaché improve their work efficiency to eventually have a higher effectiveness? Alright, the methodology that I used is desk research, interviews and observations. Well, during my internal analysis, I focused on the interviews. I interviewed everyone in the company, in this company, and it was based on semi-structured qualitative interview, which means that the topics were clear and some questions were clear, but there was room for the interviewees, his opinions and his topics of speaking. So I focused on work efficiency, and like I already told you in the first fast presentation, the interviewee said that it can be improved on the level of automatic processing and focusing on the tasks, and using people within their strengths. Also on the communication level was a bit of improvement, but it was also very good. You guys seem to have a really nice atmosphere within the company, and later on I will come to that with another analysis. But there could be some more structure within the planning meetings. Team, there's a clear, every employee could give a clear description of the other employees, so they know what qualities are in the company. Yeah. But an extra hand is helpful to, and that could be an all-rounder, for example. Well, there are different thoughts about project management, but the main thing is that structure can be improved and also the project management. Well, within my desk research, I've looked at different topics of performance management. And first I made the distinction between effectiveness and efficiency. Effectiveness means it's about doing the right tasks and completing activities and achieving goals. And efficiency is about doing things in an optimal way. For example, doing it the fastest or the least expensive way. There's also like a high efficiency doesn't mean a high performance. You could also do really efficient wrong things, and then you are not performing. But on the other hand, it's the other way around. If you are effective, it doesn't mean you are working efficient. But if both things are positive, so efficiency and effectiveness have a high positive level, then the company performs well. There are two dimensions within performance management, which is task performance and contextual performance. Task performance is about doing things the right way and is more knowledge focused, and contextual performance is about the personality of the employee. So how is he communicating with the clients? How is he communicating within the team, for example? And I also looked at the value of project management from a research of the Project Management Institute. Executives say that having a project management as one of their core competences, that helped them stay out of the recession during that time. And it's also very helpful to outperform the competition. And what a very important factor is within project management is measuring the processes and also connect the processes to the business goals. Right, during my observations, I focused on the interpersonal relations within the team. So I've looked at how are you reacting on others, and what I could find out is that it's like very positive. We're all really nice to each other, very friendly, very open, and also very interested in the other opinion. But sometimes it's hard during the meetings to really come to the point. So what are the strengths and weaknesses of this analysis? Well, I see it as a strength that you have a really family culture. And I found it out by the OKAI assessment, which is an organizational cultural assessment instrument. And I had to answer some questions about the company and their, and based on the competing values framework of Quinn, there was like that you had the most tension to go to a family culture. And family culture means that the team is working almost like a family. So your guys are caring out for each other, you're flexible, and you really are working on teamwork. And also I think it's a strength that you focus also on performance and the well-being of the employees. And of course you're very enthusiastic about sports, which made you persist what you're doing no matter what. So you have a really high motivation. There are also some weaknesses. You have very little to almost no structure. There are no or very less automated processes. And you are sometimes almost too idealistic about sports. I had an interview, for example, with Nico, where he said that a lot of hours he spends are not paid, for example, which is of course not cost efficient. And it's, yeah, what I already told you, it's sometimes hard to be to the point during meetings. I also looked at the external analysis, and in the external analysis I looked at trends and developments within the market, and also within the market for HRM and sport marketing. Okay. Well, what we see in the general labor market in the Netherlands is that it's extremely increasing now, the last years already, and now even more. Also the economy is growing, and what we also see is that there is more focus on employer branding, which is sharing the image of the company and the values to eventually attract more new employees to the companies. And what we also see is that there is a big relation between work happiness and a high performance organization. A high performance organization is an organization with a high quality of management, with a focus on continuous improvement and innovation, and a long-term scope, high quality of employees, and openness and action focus. And what we see that high performance organizations have also a higher employee satisfaction, also customer satisfaction. What also is very upcoming is digitalizing the HRM. For example, with HR analytics, to get a more general view about how the company is built up, what are the qualities of my employees, for example. And what also is really good is that the employees you have worked in different branches or are going to work in different branches, because that can add a big value to the employee. So then we come at the SWOT analysis. I already told you about the strengths and weaknesses. So we'll now focus on the opportunities and the threats. Opportunities are that you focus to become a more high-performance organization with all the benefits that I mentioned. It also is clear that people want to follow a company who expresses themselves well and who have a nice image. So that could also be an opportunity to eventually get new employees. And it's also good to create a broader view of the company with HR analytics. So you create like what are the qualities we have within the company and where can we improve on or what do we need. Threats are that you focus too much on the big data. Trends is that valuable data is way more important than big data, so quality over quantity. And focusing on new software could also be a threat because it can take a lot of time for the organization to adopt, which is expensive. So I've developed 3 strategies to improve the company.
Hi there, here I am again. Unfortunately, the camera stopped recording, so I will tell the strategy right now. Let's start with the first strategy. The first strategy is about project management. What I already told during the internal and external analysis is that project management can be of great value for the internship company. So I would suggest to implement certain theories of project management, and my focus will be on project management software because this covers all the weaknesses, or mainly the weaknesses. For example, little to no structure, no automated processes, and a wrong division of labor. So my strategy is to just use a program and work with it and try to find out if this is a solution to one of the problems. My second strategy is about HRM. The first thing to do for the company is to implement an employee file where all the abilities and qualities of the employee are noted down. And it's also good to look at what the company still needs. What is very important within the HRM is that you stay aligned with your mission and vision. The third strategy is about an HPO, a high performance organization. The goal is to become a more high performance organization. During the external analysis, I explained the 5 characteristics of a high performance organization. To repeat the 5 characteristics of a high performance organization: 1. High quality of management, focus on continuous improvement and innovation, a long-term scope, high quality of employees and openness, and action focused. What is very important within the transition of a normal company to a high performance organization, it's very important that the company stays with their mission and vision and their values. What is also very important is to know what is the value of our company and what can we do and what are our abilities and qualities. So what is the main strategy to implement these strategies? According to a researcher called Callaway, there are 5 colors in which a company meets the most focused on change management. According to Callaway, the internship company without a shade faces the most to the green part, which is a very high motivated group of people who are willing to change and who are motivated to change and who see that changing the company eventually is better for them. So trial and error is the way to go, and is, I think, the best way to implement these strategies. But how are we going specifically implement strategy 1, 2 and 3? To start with 1, the project management software, it is very important that first the system is workable. So for the employees and also the employers. When the system is workable, I would suggest to organize a masterclass of maximum 20 minutes during the general meeting to learn the employees and the employers the essential functions of the program. For example, the task manager, the project manager, the communication platform, and the time manager. To implement strategy 2, I would suggest to follow the HRM process model, which you will see now. What's very important with the HRM process model is that you keep following the process over and over again. So it's a continuous process. To implement strategy 3, to become a more high performance organization, it's very important that you first know the qualities, what is necessary to become a high performance organization. So that can be done by a project plan. Then you could actually make a plan how to improve on these qualities, so an action plan. During the action plan you can already start with improving. The third thing, what I suggest to do, is to evaluate the process of improving those qualities. And again, this is also a continuous process, so when you have done this, you have to be continually looking to how can we improve better, which is also a characteristic of the high performance organization. Thank you for watching. This was my presentation. If there are any questions related to this presentation, you can send me an email. Bye bye.